Unified School District Board of Education. Tonight's Wednesday, June 19th, 2019. Call this meeting to order at 7 o'clock. If everyone in the audience would please silence your cell phones. There are speaker cards in the back if anyone would like to speak during public comment, and please note that this meeting is being recorded and live streamed. This time, would you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call.
Matthew Balzerini.
Here.
Colin Clements.
Here.
Sharon Lampel.
Absent.
Ann Goodrich.
Absent.
David Pombo.
Here.
Ruxar Mohammed.
Here.
Approval under corrections of the agenda.
None. Move to approve the agenda.
Second. First by trustee Clements, second by trustee Pombo. Student preferential vote.
Decline to vote.
Decline to vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. You're okay. We're caught up? Wonderful. Moving on to governing board reports. Trustee Clements. I'm sorry, student trustee. I'm very sorry.
So we had an ASB meeting last week, and we talked about the dates for the next school year, and that included like the homecoming dates, prom dates, and also fundraisers and budgets for each class and grade, and how much we would need to make to get profit for next year. We also started discussing senior activities and made committees for the new leadership next year. And yeah, that's all.
Thank you so much, trustee Clements.
Nothing to report, Mr. President.
Nothing to report. Okay, Mr. Pombo.
The only thing I have to report is I had the honor of attending with most of the rest of the board the Teacher of the Year awards through San Joaquin County Office of Education, and we had a teacher who was nominated for Teacher of the Year, Renee Mendez, and it was quite an honor to attend the event with Mrs. Mendez. That concludes my report.
Thank you, sir. So this report, I'm extremely excited to give. Last month, we celebrated our board receiving the AXA Region 7 High School Board of the Year, and our superintendent, Dr. Nicholas, was recognized as the Superintendent of the Year. Could we show the video that they showed in South Lake Tahoe?
Dr. Nicholas challenges himself as the instructional leader for LUSD, who highly engages staff in preparing all students to be college and career ready through the attainment of the skills necessary to be successful members of a 21st century. Since starting his tenure with LUSD, he has led the district transformation in the rapidly growing master plan community of Mountain House in its conversion to a K-12 program with 7 schools and 5,400 students in 6 years. Key to his success is team. Dr. Nicholas has shown tremendous innovation in his leadership. He has changed the district's instructional focus.
Thank you. So tonight, we as a board want to publicly congratulate Dr. Nicholas on this accomplishment. He's earned this award through leadership, collaboration, and hard work. When he's not leading this district, he helps others through his mentorship with the California School Boards Association Superintendent's Advisory Council, the Education Legal Alliance General Counsel Steering Committee, UC Davis Superintendent's Executive Leadership Forum, Cohorts 6 and 7, Teacher College of San Joaquin Advisory Board, the AXA State Urban Education Committee, and the California Teacher Union Reform Network, just to name a few. Under Dr. Nicholas's leadership, our district's been recognized for educational excellence. We've received many awards. Just a couple to mention are the 2015 California School Board Association Golden Bell Award for Transition to Common Core, the district's strategic plan, the 2017 Learning Council's Top 10 School District for Digital Innovation, the 2017 California School Board Association Golden Bell Award, for the co-curricular program for early college pathways, and the 2018 Learning Council's top 10 school districts for digital curriculum strategy, 2018 National Association of School Boards Magna Award for early college pathway program, just to name a few. I'd like to summarize some of the content of the application that was submitted to AXA on behalf of Dr. Nicholas, which led to the selection of his award. Dr. Nicholas challenged himself as the instructional leader for LUSD, who highly engages staff in preparing all students to be college and career ready through the attainment of skills necessary to be successful members of a 21st century information-based global economy. Since starting his tenure with LUSD, he's led the district's transformation in the rapidly growing master plan community of Mountain House and its conversion to a K-12 program from a K-8 program, to a 7-school district from a 4-school district, and to 5,400 students from 2,700 students in just 6 years. He secured the passage of Measure L, a $56 million bond to build schools. He's designed instructional changes to systematically implement the Common Core through an award-winning district strategic plan. The key to his success is team, is evident in every facet of the district. His leadership centers on shared governance between district and site administration. Dr. Nicholas's dedication to the spirit of team and the culture of the district is a constant priority for him. He visits each school monthly to walk classrooms, judge the vibe of the campus, monitor the progress initiatives, and gather input. Over the last 4 years, he opened a new department to support learning. It began with a director and 2 coordinators of instruction and has now grown to 8 coordinators whose primary responsibility is to coach general and special education teachers. If they need help, we send in a coordinator, has been his mantra. In addition to curriculum-related professional development, he supported the development of a year-long new hire academy to induct newly hired teachers along with a blended learning academy to develop high-quality digital instruction in support of the one-to-one initiative for 21st century classrooms. He secured funding to build a professional development center opening in 2021. He instituted a joint professional growth committee with the union to reframe evaluation as a learning cycle. Dr. Nicholas has shown tremendous innovation in his leadership through several initiatives. He's changed the district's instructional focus as the district unified to a K-12 program and opens its first high school as a one-to-one blended learning educational program from its inception, while concurrently transitioning the district's existing K-8 program to 21st century digital instruction classrooms with one-to-one Chromebooks for 2nd through 8th grade and 3-to-1 touchscreen devices for K through 1. As a single high school district, he creatively implemented an alternative education pathway within the high school with multiple options: credit recovery, online learning, and a hybrid. The Early College Pathway Partnership with Delta College is in its 3rd cohort and has been awarded the Golden Bell Award. Students in this program graduate with an AA degree in addition to their high school diploma. Dr. Nicholas has used collaboration and formed partnerships to make this happen. This is just a short summary of his accomplishments and what was mentioned in the application. I wish I had more time to read all of it. As a board, we hired Dr. Nicholas with the focus of curriculum because we know that that's his forte. He has made tremendous strides in that area, as we just mentioned. What we didn't know is the amount of time and energy that it was still going to take to continue the construction projects that we have going on. Dr. Nicholas has been drinking from a fire hose since he got here, learning mitigation agreements, developers, rules around bonds, community facility districts, not to mention working with outside organizations to ensure that the state continues to support the state bond so we can fund future construction projects. This is a dynamic leader who knows how to delegate, supervise, and inspire. I'm so thankful that your family's here tonight, along with your staff, to celebrate this award that is well earned. You've done great work. Keep it up. Now, we expect this work to continue at the same pace for years to come. Before we take a short recess to celebrate, I want to mention a couple things. First off, we're proud to acknowledge the fact that your picture will soon hang alongside our other Region 7 AXA Superintendent of the Year Award winner. And we have a couple of parting gifts for you. This is for Dr. Nicholas in recognition of receiving the AXA Region 7 Superintendent of the Year Award. There you go. And the picture. So at this time, I'll ask for a motion to take a short recess.
So moved.
Absolutely, please.
Who got it? You or me?
So just very briefly, every dog has his day, and my day was the day I got hired here. I was thinking about the Shawshank Redemption and a scene from there where I had to swim through some interesting journeys to get here. Learned a lot of stuff. I'd like to acknowledge my parents, my mom, Pat Brown, Jim and Carolyn Nicholas, my big sister, Shelley, and my two oldest kids, Maxwell and Maddie, who it's nice to see. I don't see you very often anymore, so I'm glad you came out, yeah? But a leader's only as good as the people who he's surrounded by or she's surrounded by, and the people sitting around here are the best team a person could imagine. So I want to thank all of you. I'm a little surprised. It's rare that I get surprised, so you got me. And I want to thank this board, unbelievable board, supportive, passion for kids. So thank you very much. I appreciate all of it.
With that, we want to celebrate, so we'll take a short recess with a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Student preferential vote?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay. All right, returning to open session at 7:26. Receiving a public comment? Anyone from the public wish to address the board? Moving on to consent items for consideration. Item A, Governing Board meeting minutes from the regular meeting, June 5th. Item B, ratification of contracts under $50,000. Item C, approval of budget revisions and warrants. Item D, ratification of 2019-2020 new hires. Item E, ratification of resignations. Item F, updated 2019-2020 fundraisers. Anyone want to remove anything for discussion, or we can vote as a whole?
Move to approve consent items.
Second.
We have motion by trustee Clemens, second by trustee Pombo. Student preferential vote?
Declined.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. District administrative reports, item A, superintendent's, I'm sorry. Welcoming our new hires, acting clerk Pombo. Go get them.
Let me see if I can do this without tripping too hard over the names. We would like to welcome the following new hires. I can get it to be in the screen. Nicolette Altura, self-contained classroom teacher. Shazia Azam, special education teacher. Maria Kanga, science teacher. Ingrid Eliason, librarian media teacher. Amanda Foote, counselor. Carolyn Garnham, biology teacher. Selena Gill, Spanish teacher. Gianna Metzinger, self-contained classroom teacher. Janet Plezak, self-contained classroom teacher. Melissa Shaw, noon duty supervisor. Donald Stenick, math teacher. And Rebecca Taylor, self-contained classroom teacher. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you for that. District administrative reports, item A, superintendent's report.
I just have one quick item. We're going to ask Associate Superintendent Harrison to give a quick overview and update on the summer school program.
Board President Balzerini, trustees, Dr. Nicholas, thank you for having me. So my quick report on summer school is just an update where we are with student counts. We have 170 students at the K-8 summer school. We have 19 students in ESY, which is the extended school year. The K-8 summer school ends July 5th. We had 265 students enroll at the high school summer school, with 8 teachers delivering the content. 7 self-selected out to drop. 9 have been dropped for not attending. The high school has about 20 students right now on the watch list that they're calling in and saying, hey, you got to get to class, you got to finish your work so you make up your grades. And the high school summer school ends on July 19th. That's my report.
Thank you. Any questions from the board?
Thank you very much.
Thanks, sir.
And that is my report.
Item B, District Maintenance Operations Report.
Was quick. Anyways, good evening. Thanks for having me. I don't have a ton of exciting stuff to go over tonight, but at the sites, we're in the middle of our deep cleaning, summer deep cleaning. All sites are on track, on schedule, and most of them are actually ahead of schedule. So we're making good progress so far. We completed the main gym at the high school last Thursday night. Refinished the floor, looks beautiful. We'll do the small gym. I'll do it either tomorrow or Friday night, depending on when I get the floor ready. But it will be done this week. M&O staff are still using our team approach for work orders. I spent a lot of time last week at Lammersville. We were at Wicklin first part of this week, and we'll be at Cuesta later on this week. Just a wide variety of things we're doing. Door replacements, we got some stuff to move at Cuesta. Lammerville, some wall repair, just all kinds of stuff. Just trying to knock out the work orders. In the next week or so, we're gonna have to move outside and start doing some painting. We have some curbs to paint. We have some playgrounds to paint. Depending on the weather, we may do it in the morning, do something inside in the afternoon, depending on how hot it is, but we have to get on that pretty soon. DMV, I spent Monday the 10th at DMV for several hours. They sent us the wrong plates for the vans, so I took the plates in and got the exempt plates we're supposed to have, and now we're good to go on those. Thor and I met with the Cuesta Montessori last Thursday. They have some requests they want, some modifications to the building, that kind of stuff. We met with them on last Thursday. I was at the construction meetings today for all the projects going on. And that's all I have. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions from the board? Staffing, any update on that?
Well, we've had a few resignations. So now I think we're 100% staffed for about 8 hours. And then the next day someone quit, and then it's been going there. So we're about 4 openings right now. Altamont, 2 at the high school, and then we're hiring a new person for Hanson. Okay. So that's where we're currently at.
Very good,
So.
thank you.
Cool, thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Action item A, consider approval of the 2019-2020 inter and intra-district transfer requests. There's no staff report, so can I get a motion?
Move to approve 2019-2020 inter and intra-district transfer requests.
Second?
First by trustee Clemmons, second by trustee Pombo. Student preferential vote?
Decline to vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item B, consider approval of elementary school paid breakfast and lunch meal price increases beginning with the 2019-2020 school year. Staff report?
Food Director Hill gave a presentation at the last board meeting, or it was the 2 before, with the price increases. We recommend following her recommendation.
Move to approve elementary school and paid breakfast and lunch meal price increases beginning with the 2019-2020 school year.
Second?
Any discussion? Student preferential vote?
Decline to vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Bernie.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Item C, consider approval of 2019-2020 local control accountability plan. Staff report?
This is a large, cumbersome document intended to be locally controlled, which has been taken over by the state and the county for their needs for oversight. However, Associate Superintendent Harrison and staff have worked very hard in putting this together, and we are proud of the work and what it says of what we're doing for our kids, and we strongly recommend approval of the LCAP.
Many thanks to staff for all the hard work, all the community meetings, DAC meetings, and trying to get this on the radar of our parents. Thank you.
And also thank you for appeasing the state and county and jumping through all the numerous fiery hoops that are presented in your path.
And let's do it all different again next year. Move to approve the 2019-2020 local accountability plan.
Second?
We have a motion by trustee Clemens, second by trustee Pombo. Student preferential vote?
Decline to vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item D, consider approval of the 2019-2020 local control accountability plan federal addendum. Staff report.
So if the LCAP isn't enough, the federal government asked for us to do a little bit more, and we strongly recommend the approval of the federal addendum to the LCAP as well.
Move to approve the 2019-2020 Local Control Accountability Plan Federal Addendum.
Second.
Motion by trustee Pombo, second by trustee Clemmons. Student preferential vote?
Decline to vote.
Declined to vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I'm sorry, 2 absent. I should have said that all along. 2 absent. Okay, thank you. Item E, consider approval of 2019-2020 July 1 budget financial report. Staff report.
Yeah, real quick, I'm going to jump back and then tie it back forward. My big sister was here, and I did not acknowledge Bernie's hard work in providing food across the district to young people and teenagers. That not only should I be in trouble with Bernie, but also my sister's spirit is still in the room. So I want to thank you for that effort. And my sister is food service director in Escalon Unified. And then transitioning, because part of the budget is the food, is I want to thank CBO Kaiser here, Alvina Kaiser, for her hard work and her team's work in putting together our budget, which is going to have a positive MYP again.
Move to approve the 2019-2020 July 1st Budget Financial Report.
Second.
Motion by trustee Pombo, second by trustee Clemmons. Student preferential vote?
Decline to vote.
Declined to vote. All in favor?
Aye. And I would like to echo my thanks to district staff for doing it once again.
On behalf of the board, thank you. We all voted right?
Yes.
Aye? Aye. Motion passes with 2 absent. Item F, consider approval of the 2019-2020 consolidated application for funding. Staff report.
Yeah, this is a federal expectation tied to federal funds. It's called the CONAP, and we recommend approval of this item.
Move to approve the 2019-2020 consolidated application for funding.
Second.
A motion by trustee Clemmons, second by trustee Pombo. Student preferential vote?
Decline to vote.
Declined to vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries with 2 absent. Item G, consider approval of Governing Board Resolution 1819-17 regarding the 2019-2020 Education Protection Account. Staff report.
Yeah, there was 2 initiatives that were passed in support of funding public education. Prop 30, it expired, and then came Prop 55. These are additional funds that are supportive of a tax increase. I believe it was associated with a moderate sales tax. This lasts until 2031-32, and this is one of the expectations that we have to meet for the funds. We recommend approval.
Move to approve Governing Board Resolution 1819-17 regarding the 2019-2020 Education Protection Account.
Second.
A motion by trustee Pombo, second by trustee Clemmons. Student preferential vote?
Decline to vote.
Declined to vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries with 2 absent. Roll call.
Matthew Balzerini.
Aye.
Colin Clements.
Aye.
Sharon Lampel.
Absent.
Oh,
David Goodrich.
Absent.
David Pombo.
Aye.
Item H, consider approval of the 2019-2020 Facility Use Rental Policy Handbook. Staff report.
We want to thank the subcommittee of the board on facilities, Associate Superintendent Harrison, Alvina Kaiser, for their efforts in updating this document.
With my thanks to district staff, I would like to move to approve the 2019-2020 Facility Use Rental Policy Handbook.
Second.
Motion by trustee Clements, second by trustee Pombo. Student preferential vote?
Decline to vote.
Declined to vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries with 2 absent with the board's thanks to the committee. Item I, consider approval of a 3-year contract with Illuminate Education, cost of $68,175 for year 1. Staff report.
One of the reasons why we've been able to be successful in building systems to support the education of kids is pulling data repositories together to give information and reports to teachers about our students' progress. I want to thank Assistant Superintendent Sherburne for her work in this area, along with the coordinators and the school site administration and staff. We strongly recommend the approval of Illuminate.
This, Mr. President, this contract says cost for year 1. Is that to be expected as the annual cost, or is year 1 more expensive and subsequent years?
Year one is more expensive. The other two drop about $10,000 into the 50,000s.
It's in the text if you scroll down a little bit. It's, year two is 56,375, actually, year two and three, 56,375.
I see it. Thank you.
Dr. Nicholas, as I understand it, and I want to thank Heather Sherburne and Dr. Saylor for answering some questions, but as I understand it, for the record, this is the dashboard that teachers use to accumulate the testing. It includes the 504 absentees. It's really the dashboard that teachers use to keep track of all the data for each student.
So there's a couple of different programs that serve those purposes, but Illuminate, as I would explain it, is a place where all the assessment data goes in and it generates reports. And it's very flexible. So you could fine tune it to, I want to know about all of the 40 and 50 something gentlemen in gray and black blue suits who work on Wednesday nights. And you put it in there and it would go find it and bring it to you. Or you can say, I'd like to know how all the kids are doing in the third grade across the district and things like that. That's its primary role.
The data from that first example would probably be somewhat disappointing.
Anyway, thank you. Move to approve the 3-year contract with Illuminate Education, cost of $68,175 for year one.
Second.
A motion by trustee Clement, second by trustee Pombo. Student preferential vote?
Decline to vote.
Decline to vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries with 2 absent. Item J, consider approval of amendment to the facilities lease agreement and site lease for district facilities and warehouse and associated soft costs for Measure L, not to exceed $1,400,000. Staff report?
Yeah, we have been waiting a long time for the approvals at the county for this project. We're excited that the contract's coming forward, and we look forward to having a much larger warehouse with some office facilities, and we are looking forward to this project getting started soon.
Move to approve of amendment to the facilities lease agreement and site lease for district facilities and warehouse and associated soft costs from Measure L, not to exceed $1,400,000.
Second.
Just a question, refresh my memory, is this a DSA project or not?
This is not a DSA project.
Okay, thank you. We have a motion by trustee Pombo, second by trustee Clement. Student preferential vote?
Decline to vote.
Decline to vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries with 2 absent. Information discussion items. Item A, potential special board meeting, Wednesday, June 26, 2019. Staff report.
We wanted to inform the board and hopefully be able to establish a quorum for Wednesday, the 26th. We have 3 potential administrative positions that we would like to get on board as early as possible because there's work to do in the summer to prepare for the school year, 1 in business and 2 for site positions.
I am available. Trustee Lampel and trustee Goodrich are both available as well.
I'm available as well.
Excellent. More to come on the date.
I am not, but I was going to say if I have to be, I will absolutely make myself available.
So we have a quorum. Item B, board bylaws review. I had asked for this item to be placed on the agenda. Staff had recommended, and I wholeheartedly agree. I was kind of flying by the seat of my pants as far as trying to figure out a way to get this done and trying to hold a special meeting to do a workshop. And what was suggested is to handle this kind of like we do with the policies. So what's coming before you tonight is more or less a first read. All of the board bylaws are included in the packet, so you can review, send comments through the superintendent, and at our next board meeting, it will come forward with any recommended changes or comments, and then we can have a further discussion there and decide if we want to approve or
At the next regular.
the next regular end of second meeting in July. The end of July.
Will it come forward as an action item or as a discussion item?
Yeah, next time it'll come forward as a. Yeah,
That'll be like a second reading and then it'll
Correct.
come as a, okay.
Yeah, and then we can, if there's discussion on changes or areas we want to focus on, and then we can bring it back for approval after.
Sounds good.
Like it? I thought it was a great idea. Thank you to the staff. Item C, board committees, staff report.
Yeah, we were asked to go back and kind of consider a potential collapse of the Education Extracurricular Committee. What we came up with is to create a hybrid of two committees. In the old model, 10 meetings were held between the DLAC Committee and the Education Extracurricular Committee. So we're recommending that we keep the DLAC and the Education Committee. However, we turn 10 meetings into 5. That there would be 2 have-to meetings that meet regulations for the DLAC, 2 topical-based meetings from the Education Committee, and 1 joint meeting between the 2 committees about the LCAP. So that's our recommendation, to reduce 10 to 5. That make sense?
Yeah, it'll still be 2 separate.
There'll be 2, but they won't meet so many times.
Any discussion by the board? I know that was kind of Trustee Lampel's thing. She's not here, but unless there's any objection.
I do have a late breaking comment. I really appreciate that, having served on the DLAC, I really appreciate the effort of the committee. I think it's unfortunate that it's so challenging to get, because it's there for the community to provide input. You know, these teachers and administrators don't stay late because they want to. They stay late because they feel dedicated to, provide that input, provide the facility for that input. And I think this is necessary. I'm in favor of it. I kind of think it's unfortunate, but.
I agree.
So based on this discussion, what I plan to do now is I will send an email to the board to determine interest and availability for the various committees that we have. Based on that, I will bring back committee assignments for ratification from the board at our next meeting. And I'm also going to make a request at that meeting. I'll mention it now, and of course it'll be on the agenda, but I'm going to request that we replace 1 member of the Facilities Committee this year, replace the other next year, and then get on a rotation.
Rotating?
Yeah. Have a 2-year term, and they rotate terms. That'll be my recommendation to the board, so something you guys can ponder. And if you have any other recommendations, we can discuss it at the next meeting. Anything further on that from the board?
Nope.
Hearing none. Moving on to calendar, item A, Wednesday through Friday, July 3rd through 5th, district holidays. District office will be closed. Item B, Wednesday, July 17th is our next regular governing board meeting at 7 o'clock. In a moment, we're going to adjourn to closed session, where we'll discuss item A, public employee discipline, dismissal, release, complaint. Item B, student discipline and other confidential matters. There are 2. Item 1, consider approval of staff recommendation for student readmission after expulsion of student number 181904 for the 2019-2020 school year. And the second is consider approval of staff recommendation for student readmission after expulsion of student 181908 for 2019-2020 school year. Item C, conference with real property negotiators. Property is 397 East Ramsey Drive, Mountain House. Agency negotiator, Superintendent Nicholas. Negotiating parties, Mountain House developers, Camilos, Trimark, Shea Homes. Under negotiations, price, terms of payment, or both. And then item D is public employee appointment, employment, evaluation, superintendent. Do we have a motion?
Move to adjourn to closed session.
So if I don't second, I can keep us here. No. Second.
That's a motion by trustee Palmo, second by trustee Clements. Student preferential vote?
Aye.
There you go. Way to step out there. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries with 2 absent. We are now adjourned to closed session. Thank you. We're reconvening from closed session. Closed session items B1 and B2, student discipline and other confidential matters, Education Code Section 35146 and 48912B. The board took action on a motion by trustee Clements and seconded by trustee Pombo to approve staff recommendation of student readmission after expulsion of student number 181904 for the 2019-2020 school year by the following vote: 3 ayes, 2 absent. The board took action on a motion by trustee Clements and seconded by trustee Pombo to approve staff recommendation to student readmission after expulsion, student number 181908 for the 2019-2020 school year by the following vote, 3 ayes, 2 absent. Is there a motion?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
First by trustee Clements, second by trustee Pombo. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are now adjourned. Good night.